main focus point is about budgeting methods that can fit kind of every lifestyle. Now, budgeting, usually kind of a boring topic, but I do think it's always important to tackle your budget in a way that makes sense for you, not just from a personality perspective, because everyone has different personalities, but also from the perspective of what fulfills you, right? You want to spend on aspects of your life that bring you happiness. Now, that's not saying you don't cover all your bases, right? You diversify your spending. But at the end of all of this, investing, saving, etc., this is all about building a life that you want and sustaining a life that will make you happy. And not what is idealistic, but what's right for you. So that's the same with budgeting, okay? And so it comes down to every individual, their various philosophies about ways to budget. And let's talk about some popular ones. So the first most popular one is probably the 50-20-30 budget. This is very simple. 50% of your income should go to your needs. Your needs. So this is roof over your head, food, utilities, transportation, etc. Things that aren't really a negotiation. Okay. Then the next 20% goes to your savings. So this could be part of your deferral into your 401k, for example, or saving towards another goal, whether that's buying a house or saving for a kid's college or whatever that is. And then 30% should go towards your wants, right? Going on trips, going to events, things that you don't have to go do, you don't need to go do, but you'd really like to do, right? Or maybe physical products that you want, upgrade your home, buy a new couch, whatever that is. So that's probably the simplest idea or philosophy, shall we say. Another is pay yourself first. So that goes by the first bill you pay every month is your savings account. So always socking away a certain amount of money. And then from there, you can go about paying your bills and use the rest how you please. So really prioritizing not just your needs first, but actually your savings first and those longer term goals. Now, I love that if you can automate it. That's the hard one, I think, to execute if you have a lot of other expenses, a tight budget, because there's always things that you can skimp on. And if you can make that automated, then you don't even think about it. Maybe it doesn't hit your bank account, or maybe you get paid on the 1st and 15th, and that on the first day it automatically transfers money to another account, etc. Then there's zero-based budget. And this is when every single dollar of your income is assigned to a specific expense. At the end of the month, there's a zero balance. So it requires you to allot your income to appropriate expenses. And if you don't plan to spend all your income, you can assign what's left to savings. And this is very close to what used to be an old school way of doing it. And I still know some people that do it this way. And it's called the envelope budget. Now, back in the day, it was, hey, you operated mainly on cash. People didn't do credit cards. They took their paycheck and they literally had envelopes. And they put the cash in there. Now you could do it through a spreadsheet, maybe, representing different budget categories, etc. But when you exhaust the funds within that, you can no longer spend any more on that category until the next month when you refill that envelope. Now, if you have remaining funds at the end of the month, you can roll over those funds to the same envelope the next month. You can transfer the funds to a different envelope within the same month, or you can put the remaining funds in savings for a later date. I love that one. It creates a little more discipline and helps you really categorize, not just kind of the 50, 20, 30 is a little broad for me, because it's easy to kind of fill in the blanks here and say, okay, there's a gray area, is it a need or is it a want, etc. Is this, where does it lie on that spectrum? Where these categories tend to be more specific when you're doing the envelope budget. So it just depends how disciplined you are, how easy it is for you to stick to a budget. I think you should always have a philosophy around budgeting and not just going willy-nilly, and understand your basic expenses and then build something out from there. So these are some basic philosophies. Hopefully one fits you.